Realized a lot of this stuff is moving. So that means Yizlok must still be alive. Well, that's goddamn terrifying. Hey everybody, Dragon King Mark here, and welcome to Part 5 of Let's Play Pyre. Last we left off, we took on the Withdrawn, we defeated them in the Pit of Malif, and now we're gonna go to the Sea of Solis. The Drowned Sea, I believe it's called. Because we need to go find someone called Big Bertrude who knows Sandalwood who can help us cross the sea. Let's continue. So, speaking of, I actually... Oh, no, wait. She's right there. Oh, that's how convenient. A small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. The little minstrel says someone here can help you pursue the stars across the sea. Okay, let's go. My DZ dog, he linked me this picture of the obligatory beach scene in Pyre. I think it was just because of what we were about to go through, and I'm like, oh my god. I have to admit, it was pretty good. It was really good. And I'm like, I really wish we had like a scene of the gang without the robes or the clothes on them. My thoughts. So Doriel was very buff, and I'm okay with that. This is the place. Let us go see my client's companion as soon as you are ready. Seek Big Bertrude. The little minstrel says his client has a friend here who can aid our quest. Big Bertrude is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within the shadows. You can feel their eyes surveying everything. The little minstrel says forward. Sandalwood sent us. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She is larger than the rest and leaves no doubt that she commands all the others. Thou seekest the mine of Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. Big Bertrude. She is a bog dweller once feared and respected in the Commonwealth for her sorceress work. Wonder what got her exiled. He did she? In turn, we know who thou must be. Yet, you speakest of the past. Sandalwood, doth he have lived? Speak clean and quickly. I feel this is a lot more of a better voice than Udmilda. Yizlok. Yeah, this'll work. To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that Sandalwood lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand that he awaits us somewhere near Wakingwood, beyond the waters. A labyrinth of forest on the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around it. The path to the sacred Mount Elodiel lies far beyond these suffocating woods. We wish to seek him there, though as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Big Bertrude frowns at this, studying the little minstrel all the while. Indeed. Then leave us. Return at dawn. That is all. By your grace, Big Bertrude. The little minstrel turns away, but Hedwin stops him. Hold on, are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All should be in accordance to my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. Aye, in a manner of speaking. He helped me find a sense of purpose I thought lost. Hedwin nods at this and then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'll have to let the others know. You find yourself with time for vocations, while the bog dwellers go about their business. Mentor companion. I would go for forged resources, but mentoring is a lot better. No. Maybe? No. She could use it. Faye, I'm giving you mentoring lessons. Me? Oh, of course. Please tell me something I don't know, for there is lots of it. You sit down with Faye to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense she's beginning to understand. Here we go. Damn, that was a ton of alignment. The more I think on it, I think I know that I don't like being banished very much. I wouldn't. But yeah. We need 500 for the next enlightenment rank. With that extra inspiration, that'll really help. The little minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please come have a look. The others are already there. Alright, let's step inside the wagon. Wow. The black wagon appears different now than it did even a day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. You people seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. The wagon should be fit for sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue. Tell that sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Bertrude, you could tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us in your voyage north. In our voyage north, our group would welcome someone of your vast experience. Dare thee make flirtations upon us? No, Enough. But should you see that sandalwood, tell him also to come and visit us again. Now, be gone from here, and tell no one that we were paid in favors. She slithers out without a word. Soon, the little minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go, just as she said. I know the navigational controls and shall explain. This is so exciting! I don't know how to swim! Oh god. Tizo seems to share Faye's enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I am beginning to feel ill already. Sweet! Worm Gulf. You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Before she left, Big Bertrude shared knowledge of a current that should draw you out to sea. It does look like a worm tail. Well, once more into the breach. Aw, dude. Oh my god. Worm Gulf. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We have crossed in the Worm Gulf. I hope that you are all acclimating well. The temperate Sea of Solis lies beyond this death-still born of body of water. Exiled worms from the sea to me and naturally congregate around here. There is no acclimatizing to these worm-infested waters. You risk everything to sail here. Exiled worms of the sea to me intend to seek out the cold of the downside seas. Known for being reckless and single-minded, they were perfectly suited to fill the Commonwealth's front lines. So they're shock troops. Great. As long as we follow the cold current Big Bertrude indicated, we shall be safe. If the next ride is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way, as we found ours. It is all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point of our journey. We seek the Hulk of Boris. According to the stars, the next ride shall commence here. A carcass of the doomed exploring vessel Daz Raban, lost in the waters of the downside. Outer Solis. Fetid waters off the coast of Flagging Hands. Bertrude's instructions are to navigate the maze of maws in a curving route bearing northeast. Well, we can't say no. I hope Joe Dorio doesn't puke in this place. I do not want to have to clean the floorboards. Okay? We just got this place fixed. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seems to welcome you a welcome change of pace after having come from flagging hands very long ago. However, Jotaro seems more concerned now than before, and paces ceaselessly. When she notices Ruki, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail, how is he doing? Who? Edwin? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, retching into the waters if I had to guess. His first time out at sea? His first. She turns to you. Reader, you check on Heaven when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require his swift recovery. You wish them a good afternoon, and you go check on the others of the group. Later you find Heaven looking out of sorts. Hello, my friend. It's just... the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny, all this trouble just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? Oh, God. The book collection. Surely it was highly illegal, though just the same, you miss having access to those volumes. Life was almost always difficult, but several of your long-time confidence did help you get by. Your mouth waters at the thought of it, at least compared to what passes for sustenance here. I guess in my book collection. You tell him that you miss your book collection most of all, after having taken many pains and risks to put it together. I figured as much. I bet they burned all of your books, didn't they? Those Sugam. Anyway, I'll be fine. I think. Thank you for checking up on me. You sense he wishes to be alone. There's not much to be done for him for now. It appears Heaven is too ill to conduct the next rite. May he soon get well. You know, that burning book, those burning books that I wanted to mention, many people believe that those were the burning books that the reader had. A library that was cast in flame. I'm sorry for my interruption, reader. Please again confirm our next point of voyage. The Sea of Solis. According to Bertrude, the celestial landmark you seek is beyond this strait. Here we are. The Sea of Solis. I can see why the worms love this place. Good. By the scribes! The sea! I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you can now see what must be the hulk of Oris far on the horizon. Not everyone is taken well to the sea voyage, however. Tizo is wondering if Hedwin is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is wish him a swift recovery. Reader, sir, from this point, our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. Under King Pass and Bottomless Trench. Under King Pass, the north current towards the Hulk of Oris runs as quick as Under King Oris himself. Fathom's Trench. The south current toward the Hulk of Oris teems with fish and other sea life. On the one hand, the last time we did with Faye, we actually got a pretty good blessing. On the other hand, I want to see what we get with Tizo. I remember correctly that we're gonna be okay with our enemies next time if we're gonna be facing the worms. So let's go to the Fathomless Trench. Let's see what Tizo can give us. Might need a bit more items anyway to sell. God, this game is gorgeous. The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for the occasional strange shimmers beneath the surface. You realize the lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. Those shapes down there, some must be the worms of the Sea Dominion, cast in exile. A vast and war-torn undersea regime, home to untold numbers of amphibious worms. Having conquered their waters, the worms clambered down to the Commonwealth shores in search of new wars. I understand they tirelessly fought in the Commonwealth's wars, having grown weary of their own. They must make wary adversaries. Tizo appears to have spotted something tasty. Tizo dives without warning into the depths below. And there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea despite its perils. Eventually the little imp resurfaces, clutching something in his claws. A spotted splurg! This item can be sold at the slip market. Ooh! A limbless, cold-blooded creature caught at sea. You could always sell it. And there is the Hulk of Ores. Ah! As you arrive at the Hulk of Ores, after journeying across the sea, it seems the next fight is to commence here soon, though there's no sign of your next adversaries yet. Run! Oh! Hey, you guys! Funny running into you out here right in the middle of the drink. Know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. And it's too far away. Let's sell the splurg. Proceed. Knotted Thorn. When aura casting, raise the bear's maximum range 8%. Scribe Rock. No. Not enough for that. Let's take this pinch of Stardust. And, can't take the Lunar Glass. +3 quickness is always good. But Jomir's Fang really will help us. But since Heaven's not gonna be here, let's give that to him. And let's upgrade Jomir's Fang. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Sorry. Jody. Nautical Bell. Among the Black Wagon seafaring equipment, Headwind uses it to single when food is ready. Or keeps it from Big Bertrude's. I just had to do that. Raiments, the book. A table. Silver Clutchhead. A limbless cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It is fully grown and has led a rich life. Keeps it from the Worm Gulf. Huh. Interesting. Jody! Reader, a moment of your time? You ask what is on our mind. Headwind. He's beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden offset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Headwind since he was a child. Even now I hesitate to say that he has grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case that is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way, if and when the time requires. In any case, what times remind me of his mortal weakness, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trails off for a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Headwind is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and brushes past you toward the door. Aw, Jody does care. Let's check out the book. I'm just touching things. Down the river. The Emperor Solia Mur knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Scolion in pursuit of greed, he found himself an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, was what transformed him. Mercy. Sandra? I can sense you out there somewhere. What is it that you want? What's on your mind? There's an undulation I've sensed, leader, which means, I think, that your black wagon sails the seas. Am I not right? Of course I am. She laughs at this, or at herself, perhaps. I scarce remember the sea. It has been a while since I bathed in it, you understand. My memory is a bit wistful, nonetheless. Although, if I remember correctly, the Sea of Solis is a disgusting mockery of the Emerald Seas near the Empire. The Empire of Sahar dominated the known world for millennia until the doomed reign of Soliam Mur. Never shall we make the wicked errors of our predecessors, Archjustice Androbelus the Fourth. Do be careful out there, will you? Now, let me cease my prattling, lest I extend my sentence by another such eternity or two. We had best stick to business. I'm okay for now. Go forth and show your adversaries what you have learned. I was trying to go for an accent there. Commence the rites! Having landed at the Hulk of Oars, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look like Mr. Hedwin? Tizo was worried that Hedwin is still feeling unwell. Wait, I think... What's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the Sea Dominion. What they are all doing here, you see plain by the ritual raiments. The nearest one, it somehow loosens its mask. Good sirs, and good ladies! So it is you that heeds the summons of glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle without delay! More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honor, and this knight fully intends to reclaim his. Oh, at least this knight forgets. He is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you on all on behalf of the Pyre Hearts until the contest. Sir Gilman. He is a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honor. And the Pyre Hearts, a triumvirate of worm knights who perceive the rites as great battles to be won. He splashes out of view just as the stars above begin to shimmer with strange light. I love Sir Gilman. The Glory Tribute affects how much damage the exiles can inflict on an adversary's pyre. I saw some of the new Young Justice episodes last night, gotta say, getting interested.
Relentless, aren't we, reader? Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the Hulk of Oris.
Oris.
You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look. I am, of course, referring to the Pyre Hearts. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy.
Ugh.
I expect your battle to
The
be
Hulk of
glorious.
Oris. Like, what the hell ate it? What the heck impaled that thing? Wonder what time that was. Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Oris. As your adversaries clamber into view, Ruki paws up to them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth or the Sea Dominion or wherever it is you're from? Ha! An excellent point. It seems that these adversaries in the rites are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Just get to them already, Gilman. As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commends it. Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Doff your helm, sire. It is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. Sir Gilman attends to his commander's masks, despite his protests. Wait, give this knight his mask back. This knight here represents you, the great Sir Deluge. A noble vicious, is it not? He is a petty worm knight of the Sea Dominion, who somehow survived countless battles. Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So yeah. You can swim or no? Huh, of course we knights can swim. All knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis is true, but 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilman! Nobody cares. Back to your post. Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told. This knight who knows who you are, Nightwings, and he is not afraid of you. He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. Now, on guard! The exiles of the Warren Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the book. Well, this is gonna be fun. Reader, Headwind's illness means he can't help us here. He shall be counting on us. Okay,
Right. Shall begin forthwith.
Jody, we need you. You need this.
Jodariel.
Let's go... Faye, because she's close.
Faye.
And... I guess Tizo, he could use this too.
Tizo. It is done.
Ah! Tizo doesn't seem intimidated in the slightest by Sir Gilman and Sir Deluge. Gilman! Status report! What is the enemy's position? They now stand ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this night's eye. But brave? Air-sucking monsters one and all. Pyre hearts, be ready! Oh, time to face these guys. Let's do it.
Begin. Too bad.
Saka. Oh, dang. Oof. Whoa!
Glory to the Nightwings, first of all.
Ah!
Wake you up.
Yeah, that probably would.
The orb is loose.
Gotcha.
All banished. Now that is how to snuff a flame.
Now we're talking. 50% down. Ah!
To the scribes.
I gotta be faster on the draw. Gilman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line. Your words do wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very, very best. Though perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as those whom we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once. Our adversaries stand divided. Let's take advantage of the opening. Our adversaries stand divided. Let's take advantage of the opening. Oh.
There seems to be dissension in your adversaries' ranks. It is little wonder these fool worm knights are no longer fit. It was a crushing blow against their fire. Once more like that, and we are pushed here.
Oh, nice. And
it is done.
Good night.
The Nightwings prevail.
Nice.
Their adversaries prove no match for them.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like this fight.
End this night's proceedings.
The Pyre Hearts kind of stink. I expected more from the Warm Knights of the Sea Dominion. The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly, but we still won. We won! Tizo was very pleased to have prevailed against the Worm Knights of the Pyre Hearts. Hang on. I do apologize for my dogs barking. This night commends you, noble Nightwings. Gloriously fought indeed. And this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. Silence, Gilman! This is all your fault! And now, cavorting with our enemies, how dare you! This knight was but attempting honorary compliments, sire. It is not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversaries on a worthy outcome? Worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow! You are a failure, Gilliman! Get out from this knight's sight! Get now from this knight's sight! Oof! And we just saw a break in the fellowship. And now Jody's got some XP. Focused training of prowess. The path towards survival on the blood border. These rights make similar demands of us. The northern edge of the Commonwealth is a flat and vulnerable expanse. The high-wing remnants seized upon it at every opportunity in the corner of clouds and darkness. In the cover of clouds and darkness. Okay. Dodoria permitting a +4 resident is the sound of her aura. That could be very useful. Enduring Flame is also good. Let's go with +4 presence.
The moon-touched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
The 8 scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them. Maybe? Okay. Fight jumps and power jumps farther than usual. While sprinting, she slows down nearby adversaries. Let's go with Treater's Flight. That was useful. Tizo. He's close to a level up.
Until the stars align.
Each exile has a talisman equipped. They grant a significant advantage in the rights, especially once upgraded with Stardust. Yeah, that is extremely useful. After overcoming the Pyre Hearts with ease, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There is little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, for who seem to have already swam off toward wherever the next stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention towards your companion who was absent for the rite. How is Hedwyn? The little minstrel makes a sound, but no words for him. As yet, something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden. And? And he simply would not listen. I am very sorry, but... Wait, why? Everyone stares at the little minstrel in stunned silence. The little minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel? I should wring that neck of yours! As I was attempting to explain, Hedwyn is already up and about, despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Hedwyn is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I traveled once with one extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tariq, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I hadn't stayed out of a rite like that before. So, are you back among the living then, Hedwyn? So you are back among the living then, Hedwyn. I was just seasick! Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we could all use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern, and I'm sorry that I worried you or caused you further burden. Turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. We follow him outside where the night sky awaits. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rites back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others could get through that. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off next. We're well past anywhere on the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. We bid you good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. Seek again your destination. Well, we already took care of Ores. It looks like the next one is Trieste, the Silver Star. The Silver Star burns bright over the fissured lands of Black Basin. Ah! Did someone just Swiss cheese a horse? Still further north then. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the deathless tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. A tempest raging in the Sea of Solis seemingly for all eternity. The storm that arose after the death of the sea titan Unfathomed Plurns never has entirely subsided. Can't we go around it? Given our competition with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in warm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people! It'll just be another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you felt better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? We all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing on everyone. Come daybreak, you shall find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. Black Wagon again. Tizo! Tizo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea, and seems to be pleased to see you. Tizo was grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish for old time's sake. Tizo was asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. You sense his inquiry is radical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them, and everything they stand for. He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind, ever since they killed his family. Oof. He seems on the verge of tears, though as far as you are aware, imps can't cry. Imps cannot cry. And he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. Laugh heartily. Tizo seemed like he could use some encouragement, assuming what he said was, and in fact, in jest. Smile and nod. It was a noble effort, though perhaps you do not fully grasp the nuance of humor. Now's not the time for Tizo to make Yankee jokes. You are on a very serious quest. And let's just laugh. You muster your best belly laugh following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Tizo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot of soul for them. He snickers back at you, then bounces off. Tizo gave him +1 hope for the next right. Tizo. Okay, going over everybody. It looks like Headwind's gonna be ready to go for the next right once we do it with him. Jody's already further up ahead. Ruki could use a bit of inspiration. Faye just leveled up. Tizo's about to level up. So I guess the next one will be Headwind, Ruki, and Tizo. Actually, let me see something. Okay, and with that, I'm gonna go over here today, guys. This has been fun. Sorry. Step up beyond. We did good. We traveled across the seas. We took on the Pyre Hearts and met possibly best character Sir Gilman. And next up, we're going to be going into the Deathless Fission. We're going to be going to the... sorry, my dogs. We're going to go ahead and take care of the next right. I have no idea what that is, but it probably sounds bad. But first, we got to figure out how to get across this ocean. Until then, I'm Giant King Mark. Like, favorite, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and be notified of when I update. Check out my Twitter if you guys want to check out what I, update for status. And we'll see you guys on next part 6 of Let's Play Pyre. Hope to see you then.